This is my 1995 Ford Lightning. I parked it here about a year ago when it was experiencing some drivability issues. There's some problems with the ignition system and there's problems with the starting. So today we're going to install a new starter. Okay, the tools I think I'll need for this are going to be a couple of ratchets, extensions, half-inch for the starter bolts, and then I believe a 10mm and 7/16 for the solenoid bolts, but that may vary by which starter you're putting in, but yeah, should be pretty easy. You want to start by unhooking the battery. Mine was actually relocated to the back of the truck underneath it. So we're going to go ahead and unhook that negative battery cable. You probably don't have to jack up your truck to get to the starter, but this truck happens to be lowered and I wanted a little extra room so I can get the camera down there. Okay, here's the starter. We are going to unhook this connection here. And then we're going to start working on these two bolts here and here. Should be 1/2 inch. Okay, so for this bolt up here, you're going to want a long extension, or you could probably get a wrench on it. Once you get it broken loose, it's not too bad to get to. Okay, now we'll get this second one. All right, I'm going to pull that out. A little tough with one hand, so I will pause you for a sec. Okay, here we go. That comes out. The starter will come out like that, and then you just want to unhook that cable up there. Okay, so the main bolts were 1/2 inch. This is going to be 9/16. Okay, so a little tough with one hand, but that's there we go, that's where it was. Here's your cable, and we will grab the new starter. Okay, here's the starter removed from the truck. These were the installation bolts. This is the nut that we used for the solenoid. And then we're going to be replacing it with this Powermaster. This is a part number 9503. This is probably a bit overkill for a stock engine. However, I'm actually building a new engine for this truck that'll go in at some point. I'm not exactly sure when, and because that engine is going to be quite a bit. That engine's going to be modified quite a bit. I just wanted to get a good starter in here. So here we go. This is going to be the Powermaster. That's going to go in the truck. Just one quick thing before we install the new starter. When you saw that we unplugged this from underneath the truck, and this one doesn't have the plug, which is fine. We're just going to unbolt that and add this prong to the starter. Okay, so this here for me was a 10 millimeter, and then this is going to be different for whatever starter you have, but probably 10 millimeter if you do a stock replacement. So another nice thing about this starter is if you install it and you're getting a little bit of an issue with it hitting the exhaust or hitting a bell housing or anything like that, you can loosen these two screws here, and then you can rotate this mounting plate to give yourself some more clearance. Even if you can't get the bolt in there, this allows you to move it. These are T25s. Then you torque these back down to, I think, 50 pounds. Okay. The starter will go up in here. Make sure it sits flush. And then we can start to put our screws in. All right, it's the lower one. We'll leave it loose. I'll line up the other one and get that in there. All right, bolt is in. Bolt is in. Right here, we will install this clip. That should be pretty much it. I'm just gonna double check the connections, hook up the battery, put it on the ground, and we'll fire it up.